Today on Hodge, Podge Australia, we're making this lovely Halloween surprise inside cake. We're starting off with a vanilla cake that I have tinted orange and baked in the oven, and then I have my lovely pumpkin cookie cutter / cake cutter. What we're going to do is we're going to cut out our pumpkins. I've already greased a loaf tin, so just cutting out our pumpkins one at a time. We're going to line them in our cake tin right from the edge, pushing them nice and close together until you get as many as you can out of it. This one did have a bit of a gap on either side of the cake once I had the pumpkins in from all I could get out of my pan, but that just meant they were really nice and thin when you cut the cake, so you couldn't see them on the outside at all. However, you are frosting it, so you're not going to see it anyway. That's beside the point. Cutting out our pumpkins, we're going to put them in our loaf tin, and then we're going to get another cake mix. I've got chocolate cake to pour over the top, and you're going to want to start on either side first so that it helps to squish your pumpkins in together so that they're all become one nice big long pumpkin in the baking process. If, like with my Mickey Mouse surprise inside cake, you have them so squished in that you don't need to worry about the sides, then that's great, but definitely start on the sides first, putting your cake mix in. And then going down the sides, I'll clean up that mess on the bench later, don't worry. Filling over the cake, putting it on the other sides, and then we're going to bake that back in the oven again. So you obviously won't use all of your cake mix from the second cake because you just don't have room in the pan. Once that comes out of the oven, then we're going to do our trusty crumb coating. Have any edges that have come up over your loaf pan, as I have, you can just take a knife and cut them off so you have a nice proper rectangle on the top for your fondant to roll over. So just giving it a quick trim and then apply your crumb coating and let that set in the fridge for at least half an hour before you apply your fondant. Fondant to cover our cake now that it's been in the fridge for half an hour and our buttercream has become nice and hard. So I'm rolling out some blue fondant that I have, and we're going to cover it over nice and smooth. So just a nice easy covering over your cake, just rolling it out to the thickness that you want and then smoothing it all over the cake so that we have just one nice covering, and then we can decorate it with our fondant skulls. We're happy with our fondant covering, it's time to decorate. So I have some nice hard fondant skulls here that I made earlier. So they're really nice and solid, but you can also just use ones that you have just created because then you can sort of mold them around. Again, like I did with the Mickey Mouse inside cake, some of the dots on there I was then able to mold around the sides because they were still a little bit flexible. What we're going to do is use our nice trusty water pen, and we're going to give it a nice coating over all of the skulls, and we're going to stick them onto our cake, and then we're going to decorate it with some Wilton gel. Actually, it's not Wilton, it's Queen, but writing gel was actually the word I was looking for. We're going to use the decorative gel in a nice red. So there you can see we're sticking those down with some water, and we're also going to stick a couple on the sides just to decorate. While I'm busy here gluing fondant onto fondant, make sure you subscribe to us here at Hodge, Podge Australia. We do upload twice a week, try to keep things relevant or what we think people might like, and if you have any suggestions or any requests on something that you'd like us to make, certainly message us in the comment section below and I will do my best to come up with something that I hope you will enjoy. So make sure you subscribe to us here at Hodge Podge, and we'd love to see you again. fun zhuzhing up my Halloween cake, it's time to crack this sucker open and make sure that those pumpkins have come out properly. This is always a bit of a hair-raising time because you never know if it's really going to turn out. But let's cut that cake open and let's see our lovely, yummy orange pumpkin. Ta-da! So now everybody will get a slice with the orange pumpkin in their cake. This is the Halloween surprise inside cake. I hope you've enjoyed our video and I do hope you subscribe.